Welcome to my new podcast series, Independence for Life, diving into management, instruction, and guidance of your lifestyle as you continue your journey through life and into retirement/older age. Hi, my name is Nancy Brenicardi. I am an integrative nutrition health coach, nutritionist, certified caregiver, and fitness professional and instructor. I am the creator of Independence for Life. I am preparing upcoming podcasts to help guide you toward the journey of independence for life. So you have a clearer picture of all of my qualifications. I also own and operate a small business called Cardinal Cleaning and Caregiving. My primary clientele are elderly people. I've been helping them for over 15 years. As a certified caregiver, I see firsthand what happens to people as they age and are not prepared for what has happened to them in old age. Parts of life that become difficult for them are mobility, balance, strength, agility, endurance, making the right choices with nutrition, and cognitive functioning. So let's begin your journey of independence for life and keep in mind your why for being here today. Let's always remember that movement is joy. Exercise is a celebration of what your body can do and not a punishment of any kind for any reason of what you've done. Being healthy is not about weight loss you may experience, but about the life you gain by being a healthy weight. So why did I start Independence for Life? Well, I see what happens firsthand to people who don't prepare for older age. I am here to spread the word about the importance of movement, proper nutrition, and preparation for older age. I am a fitness professional, and I am here to educate people about movement and continued mobility with exercise by way of cardio, strength, endurance, agility, balance, core, neck, and back. So what is Independence for Life? Well, basically it's learning how to remain independent as we age. This lesson, plus more to come, will show you ways to manage your lifestyle. We want to avoid or prolong interdependence in retirement, which means being dependent on someone else. We would like to stay in our own homes versus having to go to assisted living or a nursing home. We would like to enjoy our retirement, no matter what the age. Now is the time to begin. We want to fight the aging fight the aging process. Practice makes progress. Perfection, that is overrated. So we just want to focus on the progress. We will work on our mind, body, and spirit. You have the tools for a better life, and I'm going to show you where they are and how to manage them. So this is podcast lesson number 2. And let's take it subtopic by subtopic. The first subtopic is commitment and aging process. We want to have the mindset of exercise for life, not for looks. Exercise is a lifetime commitment. It is for everything internal and external. Take care of your insides and they'll take care of your outside. Take care of your body and it'll help you through the aging process. Your body wants to be fit. Stop fighting against it and assist it with movement and nutrition. So let me give you a little bit more about fighting against it. So by fighting against your body, we're doing unnatural things. Sitting all day, eating junk food, getting zero movement, not getting the proper nutrition and enough hydration. And you will hear me say throughout all of my podcasts to come, movement and nutrition, they go together. They have to be together. Okay, so keep those two words in mind. You're going to hear them all the time. So let's stop fighting against our body and help it fight the aging process, help it to be as fit as it wants to be by assisting it with movement and proper nutrition. Weight-bearing exercises build bone when we're younger and helps protect against bone loss when we're older. So start now and commit to an exercise routine. And just so you know, and you may hear me say this from time to time, you'll never hear me ever say that we have to exercise now because bathing suit season is around the corner. That's not sustainable. That's just an exercise crutch, and crutches don't last forever. Exercise is a tool, so let's use that to advantage. And if you can exercise, whether it be modified or not, you should. When we are exercising and getting our strength training in, we want to use multiple size weights. So let's say you have 3 different size weights. So your ideal sizes in that particular group will be 3, 5, 7, or maybe 3, 5, 8. I'm currently using 8, 10, 15, as opposed to using a 5 and a 25. That will cause injury. So I suggest when you're doing your strength training exercises, have a group of them, but have those numbers close to each other. Our future selves are more important than anything that scale is going to tell you. Okay, so it's not about what that number says. Yes, it may be a guideline. If you're trying to lose weight, I understand that, but it's not a true and accurate picture of who we actually are. So that number on that scale isn't as important as healthy as we can be and trying to work toward our healthy future self. So using the scale just as a guide, that's okay. I suggest a measuring tape and use that as your guide for weight loss if that's what you're currently going through. We also want to remember, as we are going through this process of independence for life, I will be touching on mind, body, spirit, bones, lungs, and heart, because to me, that makes you complete, and we will be working on all of that. Next subtopic is the benefits of exercise. Movement needs to be a part of your daily routine and a lifetime commitment for better health and well-being. Moderate to vigorous intensity exercise can improve your physical health, your mental well-being, and overall quality of life. Stay active for mood enhancement, cognitive function, and life satisfaction. It is simple. Exercise makes us feel better, gives us more energy, and may add years to our lives. The health benefits of movement are truly hard to ignore. We can all benefit no matter what our age or physical ability. Movement is a great way to help prevent excessive weight gain. Exercising burns calories, especially when the activity is intense. Any amount of activity is better than not getting anything at all, right? So we can think about 0 is not as good as 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, right? So anything is better than 0. Get in as much movement as possible throughout every day. Exercise is key. I'm not telling you to exercise every single day. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying to you is movement every single day. So if you're sitting 10 to 12 hours every single day, you are doing yourself a disservice, my friend. Get some movement every single day. So how can you do that? So let's say you're working all day, right? You're sitting at a desk and that's what you do. And that's fine because that's what you do. Put a reminder on your phone every hour. Get up, take a lap around, and get back to your desk. If these things are possible. I know it's not perhaps ideal for every scenario, for every single person. But if you can at least make that attempt, that will have a snowball effect. Some other benefits you may experience with regular exercise: boost your energy level. This is so true. So people sit around all day working at their desk. I get it. and they say, well, I'm just so tired that I can't exercise. And I've heard this for years. It will give you the energy that you're looking for to complete the rest of your day. So if you have your 8-hour day at your work desk, go do your exercise. You will be amazed on how much better you feel to complete the rest of your day. Other benefits from exercise: stress and tension management. Let me tell you how good I feel after I exercise, especially if I've had a bad day. You just get it all out. Exercise also can find and keep a positive attitude and outlook. All that energy that you have inside of you when you're sitting and sitting and sitting is just building and building and building. And then when you do the exercise, and at the end of the exercise, you could say, I did it. I'm proud of myself. I did that for me. That will give you that positive attitude and just make you feel like $1 million. That's what it does for me. It helps me keep my positive attitude and a positive outlook on life, because this is what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be moving. The snowball effect, it is for real. It can also improve your self-image and your self-confidence. So I'm not really an advocate for self-image where we have to be perfect, because I think that's overrated. I think that's boring. Self-image is whatever that means to you when you look in the mirror, like giving you that self-confidence, giving you the image that you want to see. When I went through my weight loss journey and lost 50 pounds, that gave me the most amount of confidence I have ever had in my life, because I just literally felt better. I felt good. I'm like, wow, I want to feel like this every day. And I like the way that I looked in the mirror better than I did when I was 50 pounds heavier, but that's me. And we need to look at all of this in the mindset of bio-individuality, because we're all individuals. So what works for me may not work for you. So when I went through my weight loss journey and I lost those 50 pounds, that changed my entire life for the better. I felt as though I didn't have to settle for anything anymore. I'm like, well, if I can improve myself in this area, what else can I improve in my life? And I just made improvements across the board. Life-changing it was for me. Life-changing. More benefits for regular exercise: you may be able to spend more time outdoors, or socializing. Socializing is gigantic. Being outdoors is gigantic. These are things that we're supposed to be doing. We spend too much time inside. Social media. Too much time doing those things, because it could be primarily alone. Alone too much. Get out, fresh air, socialize, face-to-face, in-person socialization. And if your people are too far away or you don't have the ability, use your Zoom or your FaceTime. But at least see them, interact face-to-face for whatever that means for you. Next subtopic is combat disease. So let's use exercise to combat unhealthy conditions and diseases like heart disease, high blood pressure. Regardless of weight, being physically active boosts your high-density lipoprotein, that's your HDL cholesterol, the good cholesterol, and decreases unhealthy triglycerides. This dual benefit keeps your blood flowing. I am not a doctor, but my research has led me to understand that regular exercise may help combat many health problems like stroke, metabolic syndrome, which is a group of conditions that together increase the risk of cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, and stroke. There's also high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, depression, anxiety, arthritis, falls. Falls is huge as we age. That's gigantic. That has a snowball effect in itself, which we will talk about at another time. Exercise may also help improve cognitive function and may help lower the risk of death from all of these causes. So you're going to continue to hear this pattern where movements, exercise is beneficial in every way. But please remember to check with the healthcare professional before starting a new exercise program, especially if you have any concerns about your fitness or haven't exercised for a long time. And then also check with the healthcare professional if you have chronic health problems like heart disease, diabetes, or arthritis. And check with them about what health problems exercise may combat. Have that conversation with your healthcare professional. Be your own advocate. Ask questions. Don't just listen to them and just go along with what they say. If you don't like what they say or you're not sure what they're saying, please ask questions because they speak a different language and may not realize that we don't fully understand. And if we don't have a clear understanding of what's happening to us, how can we help ourselves? How can we combat what's going on? How can we improve? We need to ask questions. And if you don't think you're going to remember, bring a paper and pen or make notes on your phone. But take the time to do these things to better yourself for a better tomorrow. Because you've taken the steps to need to see a professional. So make sure you understand what they're telling you. Or if they're not clear, ask questions. Take notes. These things are okay. Next subtopic is improve mood and energy. So let's improve your mood with what? Exercise. That's right, because it is uplifting and it is positive. And guess what? This is your time. You're going to block out this section of time, whether it's 10 minutes or 60 minutes. That's your time. And have it be uninterruptible if possible. It'll definitely lower your stress. Exercise stimulates the brain and may leave you feeling happier, more relaxed, and less anxious, and that's exactly what it does for me. I've been exercising since 2008 and I have not stopped because it makes me feel like $1,000,000. It'll boost your confidence and self-esteem. It gives you a sense of purpose. Exercise gives you energy even when you're tired, and we've talked about that earlier. It'll improve your muscle strength and boost your endurance. Exercise gets the oxygen really pumping and may help your cardiovascular system work more efficiently. With improvements in the hearts and lungs, your energy will increase. And exercise can be fun, and it is fun. This is your time to unwind. So I would like you to try to find exercise that makes you happy. Physical activity can give you a connection to your friends and family, so you can make it a social setting as well, because earlier spoke of socialization. Well, here's a perfect example. Grab a friend, grab a family member, let's go exercise. And most of the time when people are at the gym, they make those friends there too. So then you have a buddy for the accountability factor that the two of you show up together all the time. And try to make the exercise that you choose different, maybe new, mix it up. Try not to do the same thing every day, every week, because that tends to get boring. And everything that I speak of here, I have experienced myself. So exercise makes me feel fantastic. I am definitely addicted to it in the best way possible. I make it a priority in my life. I put it on my calendar. I mark that first thing is we're going to exercise. No matter what else happens that day, that's definitely first. It doesn't have to be first during my day, but that's that's my first priority. Everything else, if it happens or not the end of the world. It makes me feel fantastic. It gives me energy. It has improved my muscle strength. It has improved my endurance and my agility. When I am working very hard in a high intensity setting and I feel my heart work and I feel my lungs working, that is like the best thing on the planet because I know that I'm able to do that. And to me, that's amazing. Truly, truly amazing. When I first started exercising in 2008, I struggled and I struggled and I struggled, but I never gave up. I would exercise Monday through Friday, and I struggled during that hour, but I never gave it up, because at the end of that hour, I was like, wow, I did that. No matter what happened during that hour, at the end, I was like, I did that. That's mine. And no one can take that from me. That's my time, and that's my self-care. But I accomplished that every single time. Even today, when I teach my exercise classes, at the end of every class, I give a virtual high five, because I teach my classes on Zoom virtually. I give a virtual high five. We did it. And I say that every single time. And I say thank you for being there every single time, because we did it. Okay, so be proud of that time. That's your time. So let's fast forward to 2025. So not that I don't struggle through my exercise classes. It certainly isn't much easier, because I've been doing it for so long. But now I'm able to hone in on feeling my heart, feeling my lungs work. Even when I'm doing strength training and I'm doing a deadlift with 50 pounds, I'm like, wow, I can do that. That's fantastic. You know, those are goals. Those are my rewards. Those are my trophies. It's my time. And these are things I do for myself, so I can attempt to have a better tomorrow. That's my goal, is a better tomorrow. That's what keeps me on the up and up. So looking for different exercises. If there's no gyms nearby, or if they don't offer something that you like, YouTube, that's where I go to if I'm looking for something different. There is a ton of exercises on YouTube. I don't think anybody buys any exercise videos anymore, so everything is virtual. There are other instructors who give virtual classes. I am one of them. I am on Zoom with my virtual classes for anywhere from 3 to 5 times a week, depending on my week. But there's the point is, there's plenty out there to choose from. Go to the search bar, put in the words exactly what you're looking for: cardio, strength, yoga, stretching, anything. Just plug in anything in there, and a bunch of things will pop up, and then you have a bunch to choose from. And the best part about that is, it's there anytime you are. You don't have to go schedule a time for it. It's there. You don't have to see, well, the gym, the class is only at 5 o'clock and I don't get off work till 7, so there's that excuse, right? So let's not excuse ourselves out of the exercise. It is available to you on YouTube 24/7. You could do it from anywhere you want to, as long as you have the internet and the power for it, right? So you can eliminate all those excuses too. So it can be there for you whenever, but it's there. So the point is, look at it, find what you like, mix it up. There's all different types. Get all the different types in there by way of cardio, strength, agility, endurance, stretching, core, back, neck, everything, abdominal, just head to toe, get it all done. Yoga is beautiful too, and a lot of people say, oh, I'm not good at yoga. Well, yoga is actually a practice, which means you have to keep doing it in order to get better at it. So I can't tell you don't, but I would recommend trying it once. I would try at least 5 times and go from there. And there are different types of yoga. There's beginners, there's chair, there's advanced, and so on and so forth. So try them all and see what you like. And most of the time, I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but anytime I've gone to YouTube for my exercise, I don't pay for it. It's free. So trying something out, all you're doing is seeing if you like it or not. It's not costing any money. And exercise has a lot of well-established mental health benefits, including improved brain health and cognitive function, a reduced risk of anxiety and depression, and improved sleep and overall quality of life. My research has led me to understand that getting more exercise directly contributes to improved mental health and better overall health and well-being. And let me tell you this, when I sustain an injury, because it happens, we're humans, and I cannot exercise, let's say for 2 weeks, 4 weeks, I'm miserable. So I know personally I need it for my mental health and for my physical health too, because my body craves it, wants it, needs it, and it's just exhilarating to me. So mental health and physical health, they are connected, which is what I just explained to you on how good it makes me feel mentally and my body craves it. So mental health, physical health, they are connected. What is good for the body physically is good for the body mentally. Knowing this connection and the effects of it will change your day and possibly even your life. It has changed my life 2,000-fold. Next subtopic is exercise math. So I'm going to give you some examples of what exercise to get, how much exercise to get, but it doesn't have to be this exact math. You can divide it up however you like. And again, everybody is different, so this is just a guideline. And everything I talk about is a guideline. I'm guiding you here. I will also always give you examples of how these things have affected my life. And everything that I tell you in my podcast, I'm either educated, personally experienced, or have seen firsthand myself. So let's go over some exercise math. We have aerobic activity. So let's say I'm sure you've heard of aerobic classes. People are dancing or whatever they're doing, but it's constant movement. So aerobic activity, ideally 150 minutes a week. So that's like 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, right? A half an hour. Could you break that up 15 minutes at night, 15 minutes during the day? Yeah, 100%. Divide these numbers however you need. So 150 minutes a week, which is 30 minutes, 5 days a week of moderate aerobic activity, or 75 minutes, which would be 30 minutes, 3 days a week of vigorous aerobic activity a week. So what's vigorous? That means you're working hard, being comfortably uncomfortable. You should still be able to speak while you're working at a high intensity. If you're completely out of breath, you may be taking it too far. You can also get an equal combination of moderate and vigorous activity. Aim to spread this out over a few days or more in a week. I personally suggest getting both of them. I suggest getting everything done in 1 week, mapping it out. Cardio, strength, endurance, agility, balance, stretching, working your core, working your neck, working your back, getting it all done. And so when you're doing your cardio, including low, moderate, and high, which that's normal in a class because you warm up and then you start to work hard and then you peak and then you come on down and then you cool down and stretch. So that's normally what happens in an aerobic class. So if you join a class like that, whether it's 30 minutes or 60 minutes, they're going to get it all done for you because they're professionals and this is what we do. Increasing to maybe 300 minutes, which would be 1 hour, 5 days a week, of moderate aerobic activity may help with weight loss if that's what you're going through, or keeping off the lost weight. Small amounts of physical activity are beneficial. Activities in short increments during the day can add up. So that's what I mean. So it doesn't have to be 1 solid hour at the beginning or at the end of your day. You can take those 60 minutes, divide it up 4 15-minute increments, and go ahead and do it. They're going to add up. Anything is better than 0. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. So you could say, I can only squeeze in 10 minutes, so get in those 10 minutes. And if that's all that you have, make that as intense as you can. Yes, as long as you're within your target heart rate, which will be another subject. So Moderate aerobic exercises include activities like brisk walking. And if you're going to do that, I suggest bring some hand weights. And if you can't carry anything during this brisk walk because you have other things in your hands, they make weights that you could put around your wrists, or there's ones you could put on your body itself, or maybe even ankle weights. I'm just trying to tell you to add that weight bearing component. So moderate aerobic exercises are brisk walking, riding a bicycle, swimming. I'm just giving you examples. Vigorous aerobic exercises could be running, swimming laps, maybe aerobic dancing. And that goes back to the aerobic class, 30 minutes or 60 minutes where you are moving and shaking. You can do strength training by using weight machines at the gym, or maybe you have it at your house. There's free weights. You could use your own body weight. You can use a heavy bag or resistance bands. I love resistance bands. They really pack a punch, but you don't really feel it so much on your joints. That's the same with swimming. So if you're going to be swimming all the time, that's eccentric movements. You need to do some land exercises for the concentric. So you need both ways, eccentric and concentric. So if you're just a swimmer, I suggest getting some land exercises done also. For strength training, we want to perform exercises for all major muscle groups at least 2 times a week. So if you have your Monday through Friday in front of you, there's the 5 days. So maybe you do, and again, this is just a guideline. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you have your cardio, and then Tuesday, Thursday, you have your strength training. It's just a suggestion. Mix it up however you like. It doesn't have to be every other, just like that. But that's pretty much a good guideline. If you're doing your strength training, 1 set of each exercise is enough, but make it enough where the weight is heavy enough where you feel it, and you're not just using 1 pound weights and doing 1,000 reps. Okay. I am only 5'1", and when I do my strength training classes, I anywhere from 6, maybe sometimes 8 pounds, and I'm just bumping myself up to 10 pounds. But I don't look like Popeye. So these strength training classes, they're not going to make you look all bulk and muscled out. They're for toning, they're for building muscle, they're for protecting your bones, burning calories, benefit after benefit. So it's not for bulking up. That's a totally different ball game. And I don't work out that way. I'm not trained that way. So my exercises that I do is for a better tomorrow, keeping my strength, keeping my muscles strong, keeping my bones strong. So what I was saying, 1 set of each strength exercise is enough. Use a weight or resistance level heavy enough to tire your muscles after about 12 to 15 reps. If something is way too easy, are you really working out? What you're doing is better than 0, but make it enough to where you're maximizing your time. If you want to lose weight or keep off the lost weight or meet specific fitness goals, you may need to exercise more. And this will be a topic for another podcast. So, like I said, starting with that exercise math, starting 2, maybe 3 times a week, working out, great, okay. 5 times a week is really ideal. I do Monday through Friday, and I give myself off Saturday and Sunday. I did lose the pounds back in 2008, 50 pounds, and I have always kept up with my exercise, and I don't do it anymore for weight loss, obviously, but I try to do it to keep off that lost weight and for a better tomorrow, and because it makes me feel good, and it's my time, it's my self-care. So if you're looking to lose weight or to keep it off what you've lost, exercising more, that'll definitely help you. We want to try to find a way to recharge and to reset your well-being. So let's begin with finding something that makes you feel good physically, emotionally, and spiritually, which could be just a walk around the block, or like I said earlier, just getting up from your desk and moving around. Movement may not be your favorite thing, but it can literally make you feel better and clear your mind. Yes? So getting out your phone, setting that reminder every hour or every 3 hours. These are guidelines. Get up from your desk, move around. Get up from the couch, move around. Get that blood flowing. Your blood is meant to flow. Your body is meant to move. Stop fighting against it. Help it be the best you that it can. Another subtopic we have here is being healthy. Being and staying active is a great way to try to improve your overall well-being and strive toward a better quality of life. We talked about that in lesson 1. What is your quality of life? Ask yourself that question. Ask the question, write down the answers so you can see what it is that's swimming around in your brain. What is your quality of life? How could it be better? Physical activity may help you feel better and live better. Notice I didn't say look better, because I will never say that. I will never say we have to exercise so we can look better. That's not what it is about. It is about living better. It's not about looking better. It naturally boosts your mood. It can relieve stress, anxiety, depression, and anger. Exercise doesn't have any side effects like medication does. Have you seen all the commercials they have anymore? And do you listen to the laundry list of side effects it has? It's astounding. So what you'll start to notice is how much better you feel as you continue to exercise and make it a regular part of life. It'll help keep you fit and able. Like I said at the beginning of 2008, boy, did I struggle through the exercise, but I kept going. And now I don't struggle like that anymore, and I love it. I'm addicted to it. It's my favorite thing because of how it makes me feel. If I could bottle that up and sell it, I'd be the richest person on the planet. Just so I could share how that feels. Having regular physical activity gives us strength, stamina, and the ability to function properly, because that's what we're meant to do, function properly. So let's help our bodies do that. Let's stop fighting ourselves. Our body is continually trying to improve itself, but if we keep dumping on it, how's it going to get there? Without it, we start to lose these things. The ability to function. So you're going to use it or you're going to lose it. Okay, I can tell you that firsthand. I tore a quad. And because I couldn't use that leg while I was going through physical therapy, I had muscle atrophy. My leg was half the size that it used to be. I obviously have since regained all of that. Well, it's not obvious to you. It's obvious to me. And I've regained all my muscle back, because I worked hard for it. But if you don't use those muscles, you are going to lose those muscles. Keep moving to keep young. Exercise increases strength, which increases the ability to perform the physical activity and hopefully will help us keep away from the doctor, right? So the more you use it, the better it becomes, mentally and physically. And I can tell you that firsthand because that's what happens to me. Sitting a lot and other sedentary activities may increase your risk of heart disease and stroke. So let's stay active to try the following. Help lower your blood pressure, which also goes in connection with what we're eating, and that will be podcast number 3. Prevent bone loss that can lead to osteoporosis. Boost good levels of cholesterol, improve blood flow, which is your circulation, help keep the body weight under control. These may add up to fewer medical expenses and medications later in life and may even help you live longer. So why wouldn't you try that? the natural way, the way we're supposed to be, the way your body wants to be. Being active may help delay or even perhaps prevent chronic illnesses and diseases associated with getting older. Active people maintain their quality of life and independence longer as they get older. So it is clear and it is easy. More movement, including different intensity levels like light, moderate, and high, will lead to less sitting. So the more you move, the less you sit. Very simple math. Major life changes aren't required to notice the benefits. You will, well, I know I did, and I see it when I personally train people. The improvements I see almost immediately, if you will, are beautiful. So you don't have to jump in both feet at once. That's not necessary. Making small changes a little at a time, chipping away at it, if you will. You'll see those changes. You'll notice the benefits almost right away. And you'll say, wow, even keeping a journal about it. Write everything down so you can remember how it was 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. Wow, I struggled and I didn't like this, and that this was super hard, and then here you are 3 weeks later, like, this is the best thing ever. Go back and look at how it was for you. Don't forget where you came from to help keep you going forward. Let's try to get more physical activity into your everyday. Take this process one step at a time, because if you try to do it all at once, it just gets to be very overwhelming, and you may not be able to focus on what you really want to focus on. Next subtopic is stress, which we all experience. Managing stress is a good preventative practice. Be aware that disruptions to healthy habits and choices, they do come up. It may happen unconsciously, or natural distractions do pop up. However, that tendency or natural occurrences are precisely why it's so important that we are ever more mindful of our physical and emotional health. And how can we maintain both our physical and emotional health? The most common mental health disorders are anxiety and anxiety disorders and major depression, which are the leading causes of disability. They can affect your ability to take part in physical activity. Also, physical health issues can contribute to mental health problems and make it harder to get treatment for mental health disorders. Small amounts of physical activity can immediately reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression, and even perhaps reduce the risk of developing these disorders. When I exercise, I am the happiest. And I don't have any of these problems. That's my hour. I don't think about anything except for what I'm doing during that exercise class. Everything else is blocked out. That's my time. Find ways to simplify activity or even make it more accessible. Sometimes it's not possible to get to the gym or even to walk outside because of the weather or any number of reasons. Adding movements like dancing around the house or household chores, they count as physical activities. And like I talked about before, virtual classes are available all the time. Or it doesn't even have to be an actual class. It can be somebody, like I said, on YouTube. The instructor is there and he or she has that available for you. So it may not be an actual class, it just may be a session. But there's tons of it out there. Tons of it. So if you don't go to the gym, you don't have that available to you, that's fine, because going to virtual can save you money, right? And it can save you time from driving to the gym. And it gives you the opportunity to get in any type of exercise you want at any time of day or night. It's there, it's available, and it's free. Whatever approach to getting exercise each week, please make sure to get in moderate intensity aerobic activity, which means anything that gets your heart beating faster and your muscle strengthening activity, which means anything that makes your muscles work harder than usual. Working toward these goals and continuing them contributes to better health outcomes both immediately and over the long term, which is what we want, is over the long term, a better tomorrow. Psychological health benefits from exercise include competence, confidence, and self-esteem, which are important throughout life. And the exercise and the journey I went through changed my life for the better. Significant positive effects on mental health are huge and impact every facet of your life. Exercise is not a replacement for mental health treatment when needed, but it does help our emotional and cognitive well-being. And that's another huge factor when it comes to aging, is our cognitive functioning. So let's be aware of it and take care of our brain. So when we're not doing our physical activity, we need to keep our brain physically active. Let's say with socializing, that's gigantic. That is definitely a helpful tool for us to use. Playing games. I know our phones have a ton of games. We can also buy the games at the store. Just keeping physically active, keeping our brain active, use it or lose it. That's the mentality. Efforts to exercise count toward achieving your goals. So effort is huge. Making that effort, whether it's small, medium, or large, it doesn't matter. It counts. Putting in the work, the effort will have positive impacts on your mind, body, and your spirit. Preventing diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, and their additional risks, exercise positive effect on mental health is an excellent reason to be and remain physically active. So I'm going to tell you a secret. What's the hardest part about exercise? Think about that. What's the hardest part of exercise? And I'm going to share that secret with you right now. You ready for it? Showing up. Showing up is the hardest part. Anything you do after showing up is a bonus. Anything at all, whether it's just to socialize, that's fantastic too. But since you did show up, let's maximize our time and our efforts if we can that day. Every day is different. Okay, we are humans, but the hardest part is showing up. And since you showed up, let's work. So how much regular exercise would it take to extend your life? Any extra physical activity may bring a boost of longevity. Regular exercise is linked with good health and longevity. Make it a priority to add a little extra time to your daily exercise routine. So start small and let's gradually build on that. It may just even happen naturally. Perhaps start with an extra 5 to 10 minutes per day for a week and then gradually build up your stamina and add in a little extra time as you go. You will start to feel better and the ability to increase your exercise will come naturally to you and may even extend your life. So some people will, just come up with any type of excuse to not exercise. So let's try not to excuse ourselves out of it. And they will say to me, I don't have time. I don't have the energy. I don't have the means. And I will say, it's 2025. I don't believe any of that. Get up a few minutes earlier, even if it's just 10 minutes. Run in place for 10 minutes. Please warm up first. Any exercise you do, please warm up first and please stretch after. Don't stretch first. So warm up, exercise, stretch. It doesn't have to be one solid hour of time. Get your calendar out. So before I keep going with that, I'm going to give you a list of ways to try to add in exercise. So number 1 is mark it on your calendar. Whether it's on your phone calendar or a paper calendar Mark it, write it down. Say, this morning at 7 a.m., I'm going to get in 15 minutes. Then at lunchtime, I'm going to get in another 15 minutes instead of using my whole lunch hour. And then at the end of the day, I'm going to try to squeeze in another 15 minutes or 20 minutes, 25 minutes. It doesn't have to be an exact number. Just get the time in. Mark it down on your calendar. Make it a priority. Make it a commitment. Set a reminder on your phone. Whether it means to get up every hour. Walk around the office. If you have to be on the telephone, walk around. Don't sit down for it if you can. If you're able to walk around during a phone call, walk around. Your lunch hour, do you have to sit the whole time? Can you use half of it to work out and then have your lunch? Can you keep sneakers at your desk to have that readily accessible to you? Make it a routine. Make it a habit. And then you'll start to feel like you want to do it. Make it a routine and make it a habit. I'm going to exercise. I'm just throwing out days. Monday, Thursday, Friday. Every week. This is what I'm doing. That's what I did during my transformation. I let everybody know that was in my life. This is first for me. I have to do this. I let everybody know. So when something popped up, some special occasion, then I fit the exercise in there and everything else came second. Because that's what I needed to do for me. And people will understand that. Put a sticky note somewhere where you're going to see it. Maybe in the morning on your vanity mirror, right? In the bathroom. We're going to exercise today. And then you're brushing your teeth. Oh, that's right. I'm going to exercise today. That's fantastic. Let's get excited for it. Let's get out of the mindset of, oh, exercise is so hard. It's going to be so horrible. No, it's not. Because there's so much available to you. You will find something that you like. And change it up. Try different things. You don't know unless you try. And even if you're using YouTube, virtual exercises, and you are by yourself, I meant not in person with the instructor, modify to whoever you need to modify. No one's going to see it but you. Most of the time, what I've seen during these YouTube sessions that I use, they always show a modification. And even if they don't, modify to you, because those people on YouTube, they're just a guide. They don't expect you to be a mirror. You don't have to mirror them. That workout is for you. And let's try to get into the mindset of a lifetime ritual. This is not something because the bathing suit weather is coming, or it's January 1st. I'm going to make this commitment. This is my year. Nah, those things are not sustainable. They're not. Let's just be honest. It's not sustainable. If we do it on a regular basis, that's where your success comes in. Even if you have a setback, so what? Pick yourself up, keep going forward. Make it a priority. Skip the excuses. Get out of your own way, guys. Get out of your own way. Mind over matter. If you want something badly enough, you're going to figure it out. And I am here to help you. This will conclude Lesson 2 of Independence for Life. Lesson 3 coming up will be Food Matters Too, because I will not only be speaking about exercise, I will be speaking about food also. So those are the 2 priority topics, movement and nutrition. I will have podcasts for both, plus many, many, many other things to come. So it's not just going to be the same old humdrum, but I'm going to guide you, instruct you, and help you manage your way through independence for life. So look for me on any of the places for podcasts, Independence for Life, Nancy Brenicardi. If you would like to email me, my email address is ind, the the number 4, lifellc@gmail.com. Remember, while you're here, keep listening. Thank you for your time.